Okay, perfect. We're now live. I hope everybody is able to see me. Everything's good. Let me move the camera a little bit towards this direction. Everything's set. Looks cool. I'm wearing some Santa dress, a Santa sweater, because it's almost Christmas. Well, for us, it's almost Christmas because we're shipping out so many orders for the Christmas. So our Christmas starts a little sooner in this industry, in this business. So, in order to get your Christmas gifts, people order sooner than 25th. So the Christmas starts sooner. So, hey, how are you, Jesse? Welcome to the Friday Night Pour. Good to see you. Hey, Greg, been a while since I've seen you, but always good to have you here. Let me just send a message in the group chat saying that we are live now. At everyone, we are now live. Perfect. I just sent it out. So we should have more people, but everything's on the table. We will be tasting a lot of new things today. Some of them are new, some of them are old. One thing that I'm very excited for is the Jimmy Red 7-year Weeded. So this is a new one that I did taste once, but I was tasting a lot of things back then. Today I want to give this an actual good review. I want to taste it and see what I think of it. And it's a weeded bourbon. The mash bill is pretty similar to the Garrison Brothers Small Batch. So I'll be blind tasting the two of them side by side. Let me tilt the camera a little more down so that you guys can see my glasses. I have a few of them today. I also have a barrel sample from J. Henry and Sons. It's called the La Flamme Reserve. Sounds Italian. Everything Italian, food, drinks, everything I like. So maybe I like it. Who knows? What else do I have? The rare character barrel, as you guys know. I've got the both apple cinnamon old fashioned and the black walnut old fashioned. I'm sure Mike is pretty excited to see these ones. This is the Penelope. It's up to here. And this one, I finished it a little bit. I added a little bit of Garrison Brothers in this to make it more high proof, but it's beautiful. Chris, welcome to the Friday Night Pour. We have a lot of people today. It's good to have you guys. I have some Jimmy Red Classic around here, I think. Jimmy Red Classic, or maybe it's outside. Well, we've tried it enough times. Jimmy Red Classic, the Jimmy Red Bottled and Bond. And I would love to try the Wheated again, give it another view of what I think of it. But I personally like Wheated bourbons more than I like high rye. So maybe I like it more, maybe I won't. Who knows? One fun fact that I learned is that the Jimmy Red Classic and the Jimmy Red Bottled and Bond both are 100% corn, which blows me out because it's like, how is it 100% corn? I always thought that Jimmy Red, like the bourbon, when I tasted it, I was like, there has to be a little bit of malted barley, a little bit of rye, because I get the spice and the finish is a little malty. Sort of. So I always thought that it had a little bit of malted barley. I also have a new glass that I'll be tasting from. So which one shall we start first? I'll be saving the Penelope Old Fashioned for the end because it's too sweet for me. It's a dessert cocktail, so I'll be saving it for later. So I'll slide it to the side. Oh yes, I also have the Rough Rider Daiquiri Beach. So this is a different mash bill. Richard, he gave me this bottle. He said, try it out. It's a new product that I'm working on. It's a new lineup. It's a Rough Rider finished in rum casks. We've all tried Field and Sound finished in rum casks, but we've not tried Rough Rider finished in rum casks. So the reason he named it Daiquiri Beach is because, as we all know, sample first. Okay. So as we all know, Rough Rider is named after Teddy Roosevelt, who was the Rough Rider. When the Rough Riders left from Montauk, they landed in this beach in Cuba called Daiquiri Beach. That was the beach name. And that's where the name Strawberry Daiquiri, the cocktail, comes from. So that's why he chose to name it Daiquiri Beach. If you guys haven't seen the video that we made with Richard, it should be on our YouTube. But in 1898, America's Rough Riders charged the hills of Cuba near Daiquiri Beach where the legendary cocktail first took its name. Over a century later, we honor that spirit with a bourbon aged in barrels seasoned by our own well aged rum, a salute to courage, craft, and the enduring taste of adventure. So let's see how I like it being tasted from the rocks glasses. The last time I tasted from a rocks glass, I preferred the Glencairn. It's more easier to nose it. So might just be me. First off, on the nose, it's not as earthy. So the feel and sound, some people who like it, Mike likes it. The people who like it love it. So people who like it love it, but the people who don't like it don't really like it. Like I personally am not a big fan of the feel and sound rum cask. It's very polarizing. It's too earthy for me. It literally the smell is like a wet mud right after a rain. So that's why I don't really like the feel and sound rum finish. But this one's different. It has that slight muddiness, but it's not too overwhelming. So for me, I'm smelling some muddiness, but I'm also smelling some chocolate. I'm also smelling some grapes and some fruitiness in there. So I like that fruitiness, you know. Bourbon lover. Hey, bourbon lover, cheers, man. Cheers to you. We do this every Friday night, so you should join us. Sounds yummy in a weird way. Mud is something that, you know, when you, oh, wow. The taste doesn't taste like a rum finished barrel. It tastes almost like a wheated bourbon. It has that warm hug that a wheated bourbon has, the sponge cake kind of thing going on for it, like a chocolate cheesecake. But the finish, you can't tell that it's a wheated, like you can't tell that it's a bourbon. You would think that it's a rum because it has that molasses, the jaggery, the mud, the muddiness, the tropical rainforest kind of thing that you get in the smell a little bit. But that's what I'm getting in the finish. Overall, do I like it? Yes. Do I think that this is one of the best bourbons I've had? I don't think so. It's a really good rum finished bourbon. It's a very balanced rum finished bourbon, which in my opinion, the Field and Sound rum finish, I don't know if I have it here, but the Field and Sound rum finish, it looks like this, but the rum finish label, very polarizing. Go pick a barrel, do it. If you pick it, they will buy. Maybe. So with barrel picks, it's always a dilemma for me when I go there at any distillery. At any distillery, when I go to a distillery and I'm like doing a barrel pick, I think about whether I want to pick a barrel that's polarizing, but I really love it because people who love single barrels, they love the uniqueness of that barrel. But some people might not like the funkiness of some barrel picks. Should I pick that one, or should I pick one that's not as unique, but it's a safe choice because a lot of people might like it and it might please the audience? So a lot of the times, what pleases the audiences and what pleases the masses is not the same thing as what's the best. So I try to keep a balance of that, but sometimes I'll go funky and I'll just pick a barrel that I personally really love, but it might be too oaky for some people. It might be too dry for some people. So yeah, always a gamble. Wow, that was good. The finish on this is just beautiful. It's I think it's overall a better bourbon. Not just because of the polarizing aspect. I think it's a smoother, better bourbon than the Field and Sound rum finish. But yeah, we'll get it soon. Okay, I need some for the infinity cup. So I'm going to use these Heaven Hill glasses as my infinity glasses. So I'll pour some more in here. And I'll use this Heaven Hill glass as my infinity cup. So there goes the infinity cup. Perfect. Keep it right here where you guys can watch it. Then let's move on to the La Flamme Reserve. Or do you guys want me to try something else? I mean, I feel like sometimes you find that out when you first open the bottle, and the first neck pour doesn't taste as good as the rest of the bottle because the rest of the bottle has had some oxidization. But if you leave it out for too long, and let's say like this bottle is almost 70% done. If I leave this out for too long and it's not very temperature controlled, the room that I leave it in, then the whiskey itself is going to get oxidized, and the level of whiskey will go down, and eventually it will start getting spoiled. So won't taste as good because it's too oxidized then. So you want to finish your bottles and kill the bottle before it goes bad. Yeah, the neck pour. I've heard of that term so much. I think people exaggerate it more than it actually means, but people like being dramatic with it. So that's just my opinion. Maybe it is a huge thing, like, oh my god, neck pour is good, but I don't know if it's much better or much worse than a regular straight out of the bottle. It also depends on what type of cork is used. So yeah, it does depend on the bottle as well. So this is the La Flamme Reserve, batch 4, October 2024. So they pulled it out of the barrel in October of 2024. I got this sample like 6 months back, so I'm just tasting it again, going back to the oxidation point. It got some time to oxidize because when I first opened it, it was a little loose, and then I had to tighten it. So maybe some dissipation, some angel share gone. So wow. In the finish, it has a very fishy, it's a very fishy, funky note. I've never had that into, I've tried shrimp rums, which are pretty fishy, but I've never had this one note that I'm getting in the nose right after tasting it. See, the nose tastes like a strawberry shortcake. It's very nice. It's very mellow, a little fruity, soft, and very beautiful. But then you taste it, and it feels a little too oaky for me. But it's also very well balanced. It might be too oaky for me, but for most people, it seems very well balanced. But then right in the end, you get that fishy note. So I don't know what that fishy note is. I've never had that before. I got some emails back from my last weekly review email that we should do this over Zoom. By the way, I can invite guests here. So if you guys are pouring, if you guys want to come on here, share the stage with me, and we can both pour our own pours and share our thoughts on bottles. Feel free to just send me a message here saying I'd love to join, and I think I add you as a guest right here. So this is how you send in the request. Yeah, invite to studio. I could just add Jesse or Greg or Mike, whoever's watching. That's it for me. I like this a lot. Do I like the Daiquiri Beach better or this? I think the Daiquiri Beach is slightly better than this one, just because of the fishy note. If there was no fishy note, I would probably pick this one to be better. But I mean, this one's also funky. It has the muddy, earthy note. Here it goes in the infinity cup, and the rest I'll pour out. I don't want to add too much to the infinity cup. I think that's what he means. The first 2 ounces go into a bottle, a sample bottle, like an infinity bottle, right? We used to have an infinity bottle. I don't know where it went. So this is my ranking so far. The Rough Rider Daiquiri Beach comes up to be better than the La Flamme Reserve so far. What do you guys want me to try next? I have all of these open, except for the Redwood Emperor. I don't think I can open that one. Maybe I can. Who knows? I also have an Indian single malt. This is one that Harpawan just brought here because he was like, oh my god, Indian single malt, I've never tried that. And this is actually my first Indian whiskey or Indian spirit that I've ever tried. So I'm from India, so. Oh, sample bottles. Greg, I sent you some sample bottles in your mystery box. I sent you some of these RD1 samples. Then I sent you my most favorite bottle of all time. In finished whiskey category was this one, the Dark Arts Whiskey House. I sent you a little sample of that for Greg. Yeah, that's why it went here. But yeah, if you guys want me to send you some sample bottles, just text me. Hey, in my next mystery box, can you just send me something? Surprise me with something. I have so many samplers here, and I will always try to put good stuff in it. But sometimes it might not be good because I might not even have tasted it. And some distilleries don't, their stuff is questionable sometimes. So. Not to say that it's bad, but it's not my palate. I think I'm getting a lot of influence from the previous one, so I'm going to flush this out and then pour a new one. It's not as bitter. It just smells like fish. It smells like fish. No, it's not muddy. Muddy is this guy right here. The Rough Rider is muddy. It's a little smoky on the nose. This is the Indri single malt whiskey, the Indian single malt, cask strength. It's 114.4 proof. Hey Baba, how are you? Welcome to the Friday night pour. We're just going through some whiskeys. We have a good amount of people today. Happy to see. Perfect. Now we're live on Instagram as well, so more people can join. I don't know what it is. I'm getting a sort of candy note, but it's like a sour candy. Oh wow, that's really good. Almost tastes like a Lafroig 10-year-old. I know so most Indian whiskeys, I don't think they put an age statement on it, because most Indian whiskeys are pretty young. They're like 2 years old or 1.5 years old, but the heat in India makes it age faster somehow. So even like a 2-year whiskey tastes like a Lafroig 10-year-old. I don't know what the age statement on this is, but I like it. It tastes like a Lafroig 10 up to the palate, but in the finish, it's just so rough and so. It almost feels a little dirt-like. Yeah, it's amazing up to the palate, but then in the finish, it's almost dirt-like. I sense a little bit of dirt, a little bit of like all the sweetness is gone. I don't like this. I think for me, this would go right to the back, even behind the La Flamme Reserve. So yeah, left to right, perfect. So yeah, this one goes to the back. And it will not be going to the infinity cup. I don't want to ruin it. So it goes into the dump cup, and my cup gets washed because I don't like the Indian single malt. I guess I don't know. I'm pretty disappointed. I thought Indian people made good whiskey. Just not my palate. Nope. Okay, perfect. Next, what should I try next? Let's try the Rough Rider 8-year-old, and then we will try the Sagamore Rye. Why not? And then we can also try the Old Fitz. I think we've tried this before in the Friday night pour a long time back. We've tried the Rare Stash last time. If you guys want me to try that again, the Watershed Uncut Unfiltered is right here. I have a little bit of the Clyde Mays 8-year Rough Rider is really nice. I have the dark arts that I sent to Greg. I have this one. I have a little bit left. Fits is, yeah, we got a good allocation of fits this time, so we were able to release a lot of them. So I'll try that one since you mentioned it. I have to dump some out because my glass tastes like it smells like Indian single malt, so I don't want it to smell like Indian single malt anymore. So just washed my glass. Sagamore, yeah, that's good. This one's the double oaked. Also have the Sagamore distillery special. So this I got at the distillery. They only sell this at the distillery in Maryland. So I was lucky enough to get this one, and I loved it. This is what got me into rye whiskey. Before this, I hated rye whiskeys. Okay, perfect. The all fits. I'm getting some caramel. Very traditional bourbon. The Ravens edition of the Sagamore. Not much to say. I think, I feel like this was overhyped a little bit. It's an allocated bottle. I don't think it should be. I don't see this being any better than a Heaven Hill bottled in bond, or I mean, Heaven Hill is also the one that makes this. I don't see this being any better than Heaven Hill bottled in bond or Old Grandad. Overall, it's a good whiskey. I just don't know if this is worth the hype. It's worth the paying the secondary, or being in the allocation line for. Yeah, it's pretty basic. No. It's a really good whiskey. It has good flavor. I just don't know if it's worth the allocation. Like, why are you holding it back? Speaking of which, our distributors, like the people that retailers buy it from, they always mark these things up. Like when something is allocated, like say a Blanton's or a Pappy, they will always charge us more than the MSRP. So a lot of the times when we sell something for MSRP, we're usually selling for lower than what we bought it for. So those are the guys that they will make it limited, and they will charge us secondary on it, and then at least in New York. But yeah, I don't think this is any better than Heaven Hill bottled in bond. Not to say that this is not a good whiskey. I think it's a good basic whiskey. If you were to find it for the $38 or $40 price point, I think I would get this. I wouldn't get this at any higher than that. It does come with a bag, which looks Christmassy. So yeah, I'll put this in the dump in the infinity cup though. I think it deserves that much. I think I would put this slightly below the daiquiri beach. I like the complexity of the daiquiri beach. I think the whiskey that got finished in the rum barrel was also a higher quality whiskey than the old Fitz. Let's try the. Yeah, that's an MSRP. I don't even know if I would pay MSRP for the old Fitz. I would rather buy the Heaven Hill bottle in bond. Okay, this is my infinity cup. This is the cup I'll be drinking from. So this is the Watershed uncut, unfiltered cast strength. Let's try this one. I really like this. When I first tried it, I think it's a really undervalued bottle. Yeah, maybe I'll do a daiquiri beach barrel pick. Maybe. Richard has been telling me to do one too. He wants me to. Hey Jay, what's up, man? Cheers. This one's extremely chocolatey. This one's like a dark chocolate bomb because of the bitterness it has towards the end. Starts off being sweet, goes to a bitter level, and then finishes also being very, very bitter. I really like this one. I think this one so far comes to the first place. I really like it. It beats out the bottled and bond by a slight margin. Actually, I wouldn't call that a slight margin. I think it's much better than the bottled and bond. Not the Jimmy Red, the Watershed bottled and bond. So one thing special about this distillery is that they use slow water reduction, which means that they have these barrels aging, but then they will add like a water bottle or something like that on top of the barrel with a hole, so the water drips into the barrel. So it reduces the proof of the barrel, but it's in a slow way. So they call it slow water reduction. I don't know how they do it or what they do, but it tastes really good. So I'm not gonna question it. Yeah, that's really good. I think both of these are similarly priced. You know, when I rank bourbon, even though these are sample bottles, most of them are sample bottles that I got, and I was just given these bottles. But I like to rate these from a consumer standpoint. Like, if I were to go out to a store and buy this bottle or this bottle or this bottle, would I really want to buy this bottle for would I really want to buy the Old Fitz for a higher price than the Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond or the Watershed? Which one would I rather buy? Like a price comparison. So yeah. Next, I'll try the Sagamore. Let's go for a rye. Ooh, this is good. I really don't like rye whiskey, but this is good. Like I usually don't like reach out for a rye whiskey. I don't reach for a rye whiskey. Um, Sagamore being an exception. And you know what? For the longest time, when I got into this industry, I was not looking down upon, but I used to always say when I looked at something and it said distilled in Indiana and bottled at Sagamore, if it said something like that, I would just say, this is just MGP juice. I don't want it. I don't think it's anything special. But I think some people are able to source better MGP juice than the others. Like Penelope does phenomenal stuff. Sagamore does phenomenal stuff. And these guys make me rethink, like, you could be an NDP, like a non-distilling producer, and actually source really good stuff because you're focused on sourcing the best stuff possible because you want to be a good brand. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like the Sagamore. So double oaked bourbon. Mike, I think there's like at least 3 times you've said Penelope is my jam, and you absolutely love Penelope. I've seen your shelf. There's like 10 Penelopes on your shelf, and you get all the Penelopes. And the Old Cassidy is also the Old Cassidy is also MGP. So it's a double digit MGP. The rare character, this one, where's that? Oh yeah, here. The rare character. This is a very highly allocated bottle. These guys also use MGP juice. So you could use MGP juice and you could be really good. Oh yeah, these are not real Penelopes. I know, Greg, you really don't like these because they're too sweet. But I really encourage you to add a little bit of Garrison's or a little bit of rye whiskey to these because the level for this is like here, but half of it is just Garrison Brothers. So I just poured this bottle into this and mixed it together. It tastes really good. Yeah, they're a mixer. On the rocks, that with some more bourbon, add some bourbon on top, and it's good. You know, I opened the bottle for Thanksgiving, and I didn't want to regret it, so I keep telling myself it's worth the purchase. It's good. It's good. It was what, $20? Not too bad. So that was the rye whiskey from Sagamore. I forgot to put it in the infinity cup. So I put it in here. Oh yeah, for $29, it's good, you know. So it's a good holiday spirit. You don't have to mix any drinks. Where does this lie now? That's my question. Is it like this or is it like this? I think I still like the Watershed slightly better, but by a little margin. Now let's try the. This is taking too much space. So I'm going to be pushing this here, this here, this here, 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 and here. So which one do I try next? Should I try the Rough Rider, the Dark Arts, the Garrison, or the Jimmy Red? Let me know which one I should try next. Or I could also try the Bottled in Bond Rye whiskey. This is a really good one. I know why Greg is saying that. Oh, this is a Mizunara cask finish. I'll try the Dark Arts and then I'll try the Jimmy Red. So this is a Mizunara cask finish. This is my barrel pick. It's not an actual label. He just shipped me the barrel pick because, you know, every time you pick a barrel with Dark Arts, they give you like a sampler bottle to take home. And I'm so glad he did because I think, in my opinion, the best finished whiskey I've had so far. So when can we get one? Probably mid-December to end of December, something like that. A lot of new barrel picks are going to come during that time because we're switching our fulfillment from New York to another state where it's easier to work with brands. So once we switch over, you'll be able to get Frey Ranch. I'm sure you already have Frey Ranch, Mike, but you'll be able to get Frey Ranch from Whiskey Library. You'll be able to get our Frey Ranch pick. You'll be able to get our Nulu pick, New Louisville, Dark Arts, Starlight, Elkwood Reserve. Elkwood Reserve is a slept-on distillery. I'm telling you, I've been to that distillery. Really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Oh yeah, we'll be putting these in the mystery boxes as well. I mean, all of these things will be in the mystery boxes. That's why we went out and we afforded to do all these barrel picks. We wouldn't be doing these barrel picks if they didn't go in the mystery boxes. That's the whole reason. So this is the Dark Arts Whiskey House. Super sweet peanut butter jelly sandwich in the palate, and then finishes being slightly malty, but it's like the perfect amount of malt and spice. This one's actually not white label. It's a sampler bottle, so it's white label, but the bottle itself is going to be red or something. I think red or gray. I think it's one of the colors. It's a Mizunara cask finish. It's a private blend, so it's not a barrel pick. It's a blend pick. So we picked 3 barrels and we blended all 3 barrels together in different proportions. I'll be honest, Macaulay, who's the guy who owns the Dark Arts, me and him were sitting, and I came for the barrel pick. It was a long day. I had to do this barrel pick and then James E. Pepper, and then I had to drive to Elkwood Reserve. But when I did this barrel pick, I tried 20 different samples and I didn't like any of them. I hated all of them. And then the 21st that I tried, I absolutely loved it. But then the 15th one that I also tried was extremely dry, but I felt like if you added it to a blend, it would add more complexity to it. So we blended the two, did not like it. Then we blended that with another one that I really liked, which was sweet, ultra sweet, which I did not like, but I also liked it because it could go well with something that's very dry. We blended the 3, We blended the three in a 33, 33, 33 proportion, and that's when this blend was created. It's just so beautiful. It's so in the night I usually eat peanut butter jelly M&Ms, and it reminds me of those. It's really nice. Wow. I'll be adding some to the infinity blend, but not too much because I want to save some for myself for later. Can't be finishing this, you know. I don't want to do a bottle kill of this. This is my favorite so far for today. Yes, this is my favorite. So comes out to the top so far. And then next, as per Bubba's request, Bubba, I'll be trying the Jimmy Red 7-year weeded. Bubba and Craig, both of them requested it. So I'll have to try it now. I'll bring it to the next Friday night pour. It's so beautiful. It says, so when I'm craving those, I just go to 7-Eleven near me, and I just walk into 7-Eleven. That guy knows me because I come there every day, and they have 2 for $5, and I just get 2 of those every single day. I just get 2 of those. I don't eat 2 of them every day, but I'll like ration it, and I'll eat a little bit because it's too many calories. But I absolutely love peanut butter jelly M&Ms. Big fan. Let's see. Let's see if this takes it off. I still don't know if this will be better than the dark arts. I think they're allocated at 7-Eleven. I think they might be charging me secondary pricing on those. But yeah, that's one thing I'll stand in line for. I never thought I would be saying this. Maybe it's just that this bottle is almost over, so it oxidized a little bit over the few weeks that it's been open. But I like this better than this. And I just have to be honest, I really love this one. The finish is so beautiful. I can't even explain it in words. It's so beautiful. I don't know. This is so nice. This is so nice. This is better than the Bottled in Bond, in my opinion. It's the best weeded bourbon I've had. Actually, hold my beer. Let's see. Let's see if it is the best weeded bourbon I've had. Because before the Jimmy Red, the Garrison Brothers was the best weeded bourbon I've had. So let's try that one and see which one I like better. So the Garrison small batch weeded bourbon. Well, they don't call it weeded bourbon, but I figured that it's a weeded bourbon from the mash bill and from the way it tastes. It's more sea salt. It's more salty on the nose. This one's more sweet. This one's more salty. So, you know how there's dark chocolate, there's milk chocolate, and then there's dark chocolate sea salt. This is dark chocolate sea salt, and this is dark chocolate, and this is milk chocolate. Well, this is peanut butter jelly milk chocolate, but you get what I mean. So right now I'm tasting the Garrison. Perfect. Oh wow. So here's the thing. When I'm in the mood for something that's slightly more complex, I would probably go with this one. When I'm in the mood for something that's not as complex, but it also gives you a warm hug, I would go for this one. So it's a tough choice. I think these two rank the same, but if I were to pick one, I would be picking the Jimmy Red 7-year weeded. but it's a choice that breaks my heart because these two are so similar to each other, and they're also so different, but they're so similar in ranking. I feel like both of them are like the same level of good. It just depends on what you like more. Thomas Harden. It was important to have for a guest speaker in it. So, oh my God, I'm sorry, Thomas. We've been backlogged a lot with the boxes, but that shouldn't be happening. That's pretty crazy, and that's unacceptable. I will look into this myself, and I'll make sure it's shipped second day air so that it comes to you in time. And I will respond to your email myself. I'll make sure. Anybody that emails me or emails the support saying that they're not happy, we always take care of them. We always make sure that everything's right. It's worth it, Greg. It's worth it. The M&M peanut butter jelly is beautiful. Wow. Yeah, I think these two are really good. Thomas, you're taken care of. I will make sure we make everything right, and you will be taken care of. I promise you. This is a promise from me to you. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, man. So this is my ranking so far. This is the last guy standing, the last man, the Rough Rider, 8-year-old lion. Ooh. This is also just as cakey and sponge cake type as the Garrison Brothers. It's a similar note on the nose. But it's more citrusy and more spicy. Where does this lie? I wish I didn't have to be honest, because I really had a good soft spot for the dark arts. I don't know if it's just the way the bottle has been out for a long time, but I think the Rough Rider comes above the dark arts, and it depends on your mood. If you like the Jimmy Red or the Garrison or the Rough Rider, these three, I think they're on the same level. The Jimmy Red Wheated is slightly better. Barrel and bottle number. So my barrel number is 1665, and my bottle number is, I'll read it off the screen, 288. 288, yeah. That's the bottle number. So they had like 300 bottles, I think. So that's the barrel number, the bottle number. Is that the same one you had? Which Dark Holiday? I have the Dark Holiday 11-year-old here. This is the 11-year-old, which went out with a lot of mystery boxes today. So the Rough Rider will be going into the Infinity Cup as well. 1664. So the 1664 barrel was it was less citrus, but it was good as it, so me and Richard have a joke that the 1664 was a barrel that you could sip on neat, and the 1665 would be better on the rocks. So that was our joke. But the Dark Holiday 11-year, this is actually Knob Creek juice. So this is Knob Creek 11. Knob Creek or one of the Jim Beam brands, I think. But that's what I was told. And I can say it because I'm not NDA with the Knob Creek guys. But yeah, this one's really good. It's slightly too sweet and too oaky for me. But I think I would put it right here between the Daiquiri Beach and the Sagamore. Just because of the price, I would put it right here. It's what, $220 for a bottle, 225. I would still buy it if I really wanted to go fancy and I wanted to get something really nice for myself. But this is a better value. Value wise, I would stick to something that's here. Purely taste. It would go right here, or maybe right here. It depends on what you're looking for. If you like too oaky, the oakiness and the bitterness, the dryness of like a Pinot Noir style bourbon, you will put this here. But if you don't like it as oaky, you would be here. Shannon, I will keep that in my mind. I will make sure some things happen for you. So yeah, now I know your preference. Great mystery box bottle. Lastly, let's try the rare character barrel pick. So there's also a barrel pick. The guys at Rare Character do a good job at marketing stuff, but the one thing that I don't necessarily like as much is that they take forever. They take forever to do their barrel bottling because they're backlogged. They have a lot of demand, but that's a downside. So let's try this one. Ooh, that's good. It's got a little kick to it in the in the throat. You feel it a little bit. It's a little heat. Overall, it's a really good bourbon. I would probably put it right next to the Dark Holiday 11. And this is just my palate. What do you mean by what about the hazmat? The hazmat was the white herb, so that was a different one. So that was the American single malt. It's not a bourbon. I mean, I'm not a big fan of American single malts. If I'm being honest with you, I did not like the white herb hazmat. I would rather sip on something that's a Dark Holiday or a Virgil herb. Virgil herb was really good. My partner, he likes my business partner, he likes the tequilas. He likes all these tequilas, the Jaguar, the Ocho, all of them. Like I can't even name half of them, but he likes all of them, and he has absolutely loved that Virgil herb. I mean, that's what I like. I don't like too much malt, too much hazmat. So that's just me. I do have the hazmat Long Island Spirits brandy. This is a 170 proof. So it's 85% alcohol, and this is brandy. So, I mean, let's give this a shot. No pun intended. Smells like hazmat. It also smells like brandy. You can smell the wine coming out of it. Yeah, the Virgil herb is better than the white herb. The Virgil herb is, I would say, it's slightly better than the Dark Holiday 11, but I think they both are pretty good. Taste-wise, I really like this. I really like this bottle. It's a little too oaky for me sometimes, but it really depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm in the mood for something fruity. Like when I smell it, I want all the fruit. Greg, by the way, I didn't mention this, but I sent you some hazmat, I think, in your box because the shipping guys were shipping out a box, and I saw the name, which is such a coincidence. I was like, Greg? Does it say Gregory Belknap? Oh my God, this is Greg. Let me put some samples in. So I think I shipped you a sample of the hazmat brandy. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I did. But yeah, that's 170 proof. It's 85%. I'm already a little buzzed, but let's go for it. Ooh. Wow, that's a fireball. When Buffalo Trace says that, they're making the cinnamon whiskey fireball, this is the fireball. Wow. Mmm. Oh, that's 85% alcohol. It's crazy. But it has so much flavor. Like you would think that it's 85% ethanol and then 15% flavor. What does it have, you know? It's so good though. Tastes really good. It burns your mouth slightly if you keep it for too long in your mouth, so be careful with it. But I mean, I like it. Maybe we'll do a barrel pick, like a hazmat brandy barrel pick with Rough Rider. 170 proof is crazy though. I don't think I've ever seen 170 proof anywhere. Yeah, if you're a cast strength fan, maybe you'll like this, and maybe this is what will get you into brandies, and just more fruity notes. Yeah, that's pain for the soul. I feel it. I feel it going down. I feel it. I don't know. I don't know if I want to taste that again. Let's finish it off with some Penelope old fashions. I know Greg is like, oh my god, why is he trying the Penelope old fashions? I gave it out to a friend. I don't really like them. So this is the black walnut old fashioned. Oh, I feel the ethanol from the brandy going to my brain and taking control of my brain. I feel it. I've not felt this in any Friday night pour before, but this one's pretty. Wow, that's a nice smell. Smells like black walnuts, obviously. It smells like a Penelope. It smells like it's got some cherry to it. A lot of fruitiness, but I can smell that it's too sweet for me. Yeah, after that, I don't know. Might need to add some. Oh, why don't I add some infinity cup in this? Ooh, every time I make an infinity cup, I absolutely love it. Maybe it's the air. Maybe you're right. The air makes it better. So this is the infinity cup mixed with the Penelope old fashioned. Wow. Yep. That makes it much better. Add some more bourbon and it'll make it better. That's with anything in life. This is a life lesson. Anything with life, add some bourbon and it'll make it better. Which portion life? Yes. This is which portion. This is crazy. This is crazy. 170 proof. I don't even know if it's legal to ship these. I don't even know if it's legal to ship these. I don't know if we can do a barrel pick because might not be legal to ship these. Because it might be flammable. I think that's what the term hazmat means. It just means that it's flammable and it's not illegal to ship. Something like that. Pretty good. Pretty good. Nothing beats this. I think this is going to be above the wheated. This is the number one bourbon of all time. Even though it's a brandy, it's a hazmat. So it's an honorary bourbon because it's sitting with all its brothers that are bourbons. Let's try the apple cinnamon. This is the last pour of the night. Ooh. The last. Well, this was supposed to be my last pour, but it's a hazmat pour. Wow, it's getting to me now. Never happened before. What should I add to this? So I haven't added any extra bourbon to these Penelopes. I only added extra bourbon to the black walnut. I'll add some Garrison Brothers. Perfect. That's a good pour. Swirl it around. Wow. Yeah, this is really good. It's a good old fashioned. I mean, pre-made cocktails, never a fan, but this one's good. AJ, if you let me open the Grizzly, I'll try it right now. That's the Grizzly. The Grizzly. I've tried it before. The rep brought it in. I tried it. I absolutely loved it. So that's why it goes in the mystery boxes. But I haven't opened a bottle for myself. Maybe you want to gift me a bottle, AJ. He's commenting like, "Oh, have you tried the Grizzly? I would love to. You want to give me a bottle of it?" Every time me or her Pawan want to open a bottle, AJ's like, you need to buy that from the company. I'm like, come on, man. It's a tasting bottle. It's a business expense. Thank you for everybody that joined. This is the last pour, which is the Infinity Cup. I didn't add any Penelope Old Fashioned. I didn't add any rye. Tonight's pour was one of my favorite pours that we've had so far. And it was really fun to hang out with everybody. I hope you had a glass in your hand. And cheers. Cheers to everybody that joined. Look at that color. It's beautiful. Bubba, you know what's crazy about this one? It's really cool that they add like the longitude and latitude of the place that they planted a tree for every bottle. So I think it was on the side of the bottle. Okay, so every bottle that they, where's the longitudes and latitudes? Maybe this bottle doesn't have it. Oh yeah, right here. So right here, they show the latitude and longitude of the tree that they planted based on the bottle. So for every bottle they sell, they plant a tree, which is a cool concept in my opinion. It's a nice concept. You can visit the tree that you planted with your purchase of that bottle. Chris Ruth, hello. I'll see you next week. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Thank you. And this is absolutely beautiful. It's a little too oaky for me. That's what I say every time with every single bourbon. This one's a little too oaky for me. This one wasn't. This one might be. And this one's a little too smoky for me. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining. And anybody who joined for the first time, thank you so much for supporting. And I'll see you guys next week. We'll do this every week, of course.